Hello, hello. Welcome to Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am Catherine. In just a day or so, it will be 2023. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited. I am excited for so many different reasons, and I just can't begin to explain them all to you. But anyway, I'm just excited about 2023. I feel like I took 2022 to check some boxes off, in my life, take care of myself, find out what was happening with me physically, and gaining some mental momentum behind all of that. And once I got the green light to go on a lot of things where there wouldn't be any interruptions, you know, I felt better. I felt so much better. So here I am. It is, let's look at the clock here. It is, 12:29 and is 6 o'clock p.m. And guys, in a couple of days, it will be 2023. And my expectations have never been higher for myself. No one knows what tomorrow will bring, but yet, if we face it head on with God on our side, there's going to be a different result. I know, and I'm talking about our spiritual component. Now, tonight, I just wanted to just tap into something that I have been spending some time with, and I needed to nourish that. It made me inconsistent in other areas of my life, showing up for certain things. It made me inconsistent. I needed to spend some time on this one word, and that word is confidence. Yes, confidence. That's the word that I needed to spend some time with. And it has really been quality time. So I wrote something out. I'm just going to read it to you guys. And it kind of lays the foundation about my thinking process. So I'm going to go ahead and read that to you for now. I'm not going to sound very much like a reader. But anyway, it is something that I took the time to write out. And I want to share it with you. You might very well be in the same state. But let's go ahead and jump right into this. So, what is confidence? Well, guess what? I have my very own definition. I'm sure Webster does. I'm sure the entire internet does. I'm sure other channels, other channel owners, I'm sure other people in your life, your pastor, your first lady, all of the above, sister, brother, mother, father, they all have a different definition for confidence. And it's based upon the things that they have endured in their life. That's where mine comes from too, in a large way. So my definition for confidence is taking charge of whatever condition, position, or location I am in. That is it. That's it. I got to take charge of whatever condition, position, or location that I am in. And when I thought about that as it was revealed to me, I just had to just say, whoa, that is definitely room to stand up and stick my chest out. Because recently, I think when I went live, I know I shared for the first time verbally on this platform. I said, this is my age. And you guys, I got an outpouring of private love. And I was so amazed at a lot of people who were afraid to share it on a social media platform because they were afraid that they were going to be considered obsolete. They went into the whole social media platform feeling intimidated anyway, based upon everything that they'd already seen. But then to have to come to terms of how they were going to have to swim in this thing, it was intimidating. And hearing how, I don't know if I should go on, I'm just getting started, I don't know, but your post gave me confidence and I thank you for it. Trust me, I don't consider that the ultimate pat on the back, but it let me know there are a whole lot more of us than I think that are out there. There are a whole lot more 50s and 60s that are out there on social media. And then we are probably, as I have done before, and probably some of you, if you're in that age group, you've dumbed down the quality that you have to be able to be on a certain platform. You don't have to. You do not have to do that. So that's my personal definition of confidence, taking charge of whatever condition, position, or location that you are in. That is my definition. Now, I'm going to tell this story, and it basically builds a foundation. So let's jump right in. As you guys know, I have a long sales career in retail, and it taught me a lot, especially that when I started working in retail, I was working as a day job. At nighttime, I was a security guard, manning a gate at a tobacco making, cigarette making factory. Yeah, I was out there, 119 pounds, telling trucks when to come in, when to leave. Yeah, putting tickets on cars. Yeah, that was me. So guys, you do what you have to do to get to where you want to go, right? So I had gotten to a position as assistant store manager in a regional store. And this story, it impacts me even to this day. I had an associate who always exceeded expectations across the board. And every single day that she came to work, she was always the first one that I recognized at the morning meetings or any of the other managers, store managers or whomever. We always had her number one performer in all across the board, customer service, credit applications, whatever. She was number one. So normally we'd have one manager on duty, but that day I was the only one there. And this marvelous associate called me requesting assistance with a customer discount. Now, at this company, associates were not empowered to give a simple extra 10% to a customer. They were not. The manager on duty had to come from wherever they were and then override a transaction. Now, I had several requests in front of her, so I could say, basically, I will be there as soon as possible to have the customer to hold on. And that's what I normally would do. So I'm skating between two floors on the escalator or elevator. So I was nearly out of breath. And with a smile, I entered into her department and I stood in front of her register and I just pressed two keys to give the customer this 10% discount. Yep, 10%, really. I happily apologized to the customer and I said it took a minute and because I'm the only manager on duty. And then I looked at the associate and I entered in the register ID to override. And I said, with a smile, I said, if you would have gone ahead and done this, I would not have mind. And then I just jetted off out of the department. Well, the next day, while still running around the store like I always do, I received a call from a human resource manager, and she asked if I could come to her office. On my way there, I thought, let me get my game face on. I was about to witness associate corrective action. So let me just go in and look serious. So I prepared myself for the battle of wits. That's usually between the associate and the HR manager. I prepared myself for that. So I walked into the HR manager's office. And there sat the marvelous associate in tears. I thought, wow, what could she have done? She's the best. I love her. What could she have done? The HR manager said, Catherine, you'll go ahead and have a seat. I sat down. And she stated that we needed to have a discussion about how I had offended and insulted the associate in front of customers. I was in the hot seat as she recanted the exact words that I had stated to my marvelous top performer. Tears I saw were coming down her cheeks. I was in shock. I could not believe what I thought was a positive comment had cut so deeply. I could not believe it. One of our favorite associates was asked to share her thoughts. And I keep saying that. I couldn't say it enough because I had always prided myself on memorizing numbers. So statistically, if I looked at you in my store, I knew numbers. I knew your performance level and your statistics. I don't know. Maybe I should have been a sports coach or something. I don't know, but that's what I did. And I just was still in shock. So she stated that the customer who heard me say, if you would have done this adjustment, I would not have minded. She stated that I should not have reprimanded her in front of them, that I had no right to embarrass her that way, and that I was a horrible manager for doing that. I was like, oh my God. I was speechless, guys. I was like a zombie just staring into a headlight or something. I sat in silence. I had no idea what my words of confidence and empowerment had done. And they had literally ruined her entire day. She said she hadn't slept all night. She shared it with her husband, and he agreed with the customers that I had embarrassed her. And suddenly, like an echo in the distance, I could hear my HR manager calling me, Catherine, 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 do you want to say something? And after I got myself together, I turned toward the associate and I stated that I was sorry and that I was so sorry that I made her feel that way. That what I had stated was, I thought, were statements of recognition and how much value she added to being in the workplace and all of that, making my life easier, that kind of thing, had come out as basically totally the opposite. And so I couldn't bounce back from that because I was not seeing her as an individual human being. I saw her as just someone hitting the marks, doing all that. And I left out the compassion about that. Now, you may see it differently. You might be saying, well, I don't see a big deal about that. It is a big deal. And because of that, I felt that I should have connected more to the associates on a normal level than a statistical numbers. You give me this so I can make my bonus and I look good kind of level. My confidence was feeding off of one thing and hers fed off another. And that's how life is, especially even in relationships to family members, coworkers, that kind of thing. As opposed to what our paycheck size is to what we bring to the table emotionally and support wise and encouragement wise. We want that kind of character build up because that is where the confidence is going to nest, especially if you're working alongside or living with other people. You see it in your kids all the time. When they come home and we're like, oh, you got great grades. I saw your report online and you did this and you did that. And if we never hug them and say, you make me so proud. You are doing all of this and you are such a champion. And I thank you for working so hard. I want to do something special for you because you are already doing something so special. That's the confidence builder. There are many lessons in this, but we have to stick to one of them. Confidence is our focus. If the confidence I had in this associate was what she felt inside, neither one of us would have ended up in human resources. I am simply saying that the confidence that God has in us is far greater than the confidence that we have in ourselves. That is why we can be so easily shaken. It breaks my heart to know that that associate was crying because she thought I was depositing chastisement with the heckling and the cheering on of the customers, and I thought I was depositing validation. God, not me, does this every single day. How many times do we misinterpret his love and his embrace and his encouragement when we're studying the word of God? And then when I say we misinterpret, we walk away from those words and we go away and we can't even remember them. We can't even remember them. that he loves you, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, that he has plans for you. We can't remember that when we're out and about. It just doesn't resonate, and we put it down, and then we go back into negative thoughts about ourselves. And that taught me a lesson. I guess 10 years later, I still feed off of that story. So I beg of you today to allow that confidence that he has placed in you to be lovingly projected outward for all the world to see. That means you got to choose your words. You got to choose the right time and the right location to administer your confidence to somebody else. What I'm saying on one end is not being received on the other end in that scenario. Let me caution you too. Confidence should be used wisely. You might be feeling confident today and someone you encounter might not. And at that moment, sitting in the human resource office, let me just tell you, I learned to choose my words wisely. Because what might be said in love might cut someone deeply. We are all at different levels, and often those levels can clash. They really and truly can. You take a marriage, it happens in marriage all the time. I said this, that's not what I was saying, that's what I thought you said, that's what I think you heard. No, that's what you thought you heard. They clash. Confidence in the hands of a fool can be dangerous. Confidence in the hands of a wise man can be equally as dangerous. I'm a work in progress as I walk into 2023, and having shared with you guys initially a journey that I have been on this year, whether I'm off the grid or on the grid and still working, I have just absorbed that confidence is taking charge of whatever condition, position, that could be financial, that could be mentally, physically, whatever it could be, whatever location you are in, you just got to take charge of it. I can't allow algorithms or anything like that, and wherever I am, to charge me with you're not doing well. I can't do that. I won't do that. I refuse to do that. Every day someone is being replaced. You can look out in Hollywood. Every day the next group of great actors and actresses are surfacing. You can look into your favorite singing artists. You can look at them every day. Another great performer has risen, and next thing you know, someone only sings old school and classics and stuff like that. Everyone is being pushed and pushed and pushed. But during that pushing process, do not allow them to take away your confidence. So you're no longer in a position of the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50, or even the 60-year-old. But the position you are in, the condition you are in, the location you are in, take charge. Take charge. Enjoy your life. Come on. Don't let it hold you back. If you found your way on the YouTube platform, hallelujah, they need you here. And to those of us who've been here for a minute, and we look at other people that are coming up and they're doing it for easier and for less time, hats off to them. We paved the way. Thank you. Thank you. Some of us had cameras strapped around our neck and on our wrists to get those shots. But now, technology is here right at your fingertips, iPhones, everything. Much faster way of getting what took us hours to do. So why am I going to be jealous of that? Just as someone came ahead of me and got it the hard way, I have to come along and make it a little bit easier and share the journey. I'm good with that. I cannot wait for 2023 to just enjoy myself wherever I am, taking charge and enjoy myself. We got to do that. We can't just be on a platform miserable and looking around things. And I'm not just talking about this one. I'm talking about wherever you are, condition, position, or location. Wherever you are, you've got to be confident. And when the naysayers come to amplify that you're not good enough, those naysayers being the algorithm or someone else is giving you advice. You should have said, you should have done, but in your spirit, person, that's not what I want to say, what I want to do. Stand firm on that. Take charge. I love watching some of the older YouTubers' videos, and they are now like, listen, I'm just switching it up. The algorithm is not embracing. I'm rocking and rolling anyway. I'm so much happier. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's what you've got to do. For those of you who wrote me privately and just left a comment on my exposure video, thank you very much. You too can do it. We're in school. Yes, we are. We are finding better jobs. We're starting businesses. Yes, we are. We are pioneers at whatever age we are in, and we are doing amazing things. And for those that are younger, watch us soar. Because then those coming up behind you will watch you soar. That's just how it is. And keep encouraging one another. That's a part of confidence too. Encouraging one another is encouraging one another and the confidence builder. If I can't say, girl, you did that, girl, that hair, oh, those nails. If I can't say that to someone, I don't have enough confidence. I learned a lot being here on this platform. It was just taking a chance to share how I decorated my house on a budget, like I always said, while my 2 boys went to college. That's how it was done. And then God has taken this and just opened doors for me. And I appreciate that. But I owe him confidence. I owe him my very best. I owe him my smile. I owe him that. He's the one that heals me, and he's the one that gives me joy, peace, grace, gets me out of bed in the morning. I owe him this obligation. I thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope that you'll watch many more. I'm still looking around on YouTube. I love what you guys are doing out there with all of the new things, taking chances. You keep doing you. I guarantee you I'll keep doing me. And I'm not going to get another channel. This one's good. If I switch it up every now and then, I'm not even worried about the algorithm embracing it. As long as YouTube has that questionnaire that says, how old are you? Guess what? That algorithm is going to pocket me. And I'm honest about what I am and who I am. So that's okay. But in the meantime, I can support others like me. So guys, do you. Don't be afraid to be platinum on this platform. Don't be afraid to have beautiful smiles. Don't be afraid to show that you're conservative. Don't be afraid to show that you love black and white, blue and white, green and white, or whatever it is that you do. Do it with style and do it with confidence. I thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and do new things. And Happy New Year to you and your family. And as always, stay in prayer and stay creative. I love you. Bye-bye.